So Shakur Stevenson, aka Shakira Tupac Twitterson, said that he doesn't want Gervonta Davis to have a rematch with Lamont Roach Jr. because he wants to beat Tank before Lamont Roach does, and he already feels like Lamont Roach beat Tank the first time. So if Lamont Roach beats Tank in a rematch and then Shakur beats him, Shakira feel like he ain't gonna get enough credit for it. Now, this just shows the delusion of the mind of Shakur, aka Shakira. Because, I mean, Lamont Roach and Shakur, those are two complete different boxers. They have two complete different styles. Lamont Roach doesn't run around the ring and do ballerina and jump against the ropes and do all that goofy, lame shit that Shakur be doing in his fights. Lamont Roach stays in the middle of the ring and he walks his opponents down. If you look at that fight that Lamont Roach had with Tank, he walked Tank down the whole fight. There was no part in that fight where Gervonta Tank Davis was walking down Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach stood in the middle of the ring, and he walked Tank down the whole fight. And, you know, it was a pressure fight. Lamont Roach was hitting Tank with some tough shots. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was hitting him behind the head, hitting him to the body. You know, just giving Tank all types of problems to the point where Tank had to take a knee, and he ran to his corner and act like there was some hair grease in his eyes. Nah, he really was hurt with a body shot. That's why he took a knee. He did the same thing that Ryan Garcia did when he fought him. Remember when Ryan Garcia was fighting Tank and Tank hit Ryan with that body shot and Ryan took a knee and quit? That's basically what Tank did. He was hurt. He just played it off, and the referees let him get away with it. That should have been a loss. It should have been considered a knockdown, and Lamont Roach should be the champion, and he should have won that fight against Tank. But Shakur, Shakur, you look at your fight against Edwin De Los Santos. You ran the entire fight, right? You say that one of your hands was broken. That's an excuse, right? You look at your most recent fight against Josh Padley, who's a part-time electrician, a part-time boxer. Josh Padley gave you some problems, bro. Like, yeah, you ended up getting the stoppage. I believe it was in the 7th round. But those first couple of rounds, bro, you were struggling with a part-time electrician, bro, who had no business being in the ring with you, bro. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't get why Shakur continues to do all this talking when you look at what he's done at 135 pounds, he hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything at 135 pounds that's impressive, right? You're a boring fighter, right? You run around the ring all the time because you're scared to get hit. And, like, I think Gervonta Tank Davis, even after his performance against Lamont Roach, I still got Tank knocking out Shakur Stevenson with ease, man. I think Tank would walk him down. I think Tank would eventually cut that ring off and put Shakira to sleep. You understand what I'm saying? You know, we all know Shakira Twitterson. We all know them hips don't lie. We all know Shakur is going to be using them hips all around the ring to dodge them power punches from Tank. But at some point in time, Tank is going to catch Shakur sleeping and put him to sleep. He's going to do the same thing he did to Frank Martin. You watch Tank's fight against Frank Martin. He pretty much walked Frank Martin down the whole fight, and he eventually caught him and knocked him out. He found a way to cut that ring off, backed him up to the ropes, knocked his ass out. He's going to do the same thing to Tank. You understand what I'm saying? Now, to the people out there that's saying, why would I compare Frank Martin to Shakur? Because they got similar fighting styles. You know, if we're being honest, Frank Martin was winning the fight against Tank before he got knocked out. He was winning. He was actually winning the fight. He just got caught, right? Tank found a way to cut that ring off to where he couldn't go anywhere, and he got knocked out. So that's what I think, man. Let me know what you think about this video. Do you think Shakur can beat Gervonta Tank Davis? Let me know in the comment section. It's your boy Wavy. Subscribe, thumbs up.